Hello. Our meditation practice this week is going to be the Metta Bhavana. We'll do a slightly simplified three-stage version of the Metta Bhavana. Okay. In the Metta Bhavana practice, primarily what we're trying to do is to contact that feeling of connection that we have quite naturally, if we can find it, with all life, with others. We as living beings have a natural connection with all other living beings. And being able to touch that sense in some way, it really is the key to the Metta Bhavana. It's that feeling of connection with others, with all life, that we then expand out. And by paying attention to it, we just allow it to grow. Now, the talk this week, we listened to the parable of the burning house. Now, in this, the metaphor of the burning house sort of represents, the burning world in which we normally live. The Buddha's vision saw the world, samsara at any rate, as burning with the fires of greed, hatred and delusion, and burning with the suffering that arises from those states. Well, that's evocative image of fire and flames used. And the answer, or the solution, the resolution of the parable of the burning house, was the call for us to get out to safety. We're in spiritual danger, we need to get out. But maybe another metaphor that can be used as an answer to flames and fire is water, of course. So, mixing metaphors this week, I'm going to read a poem by Sangharakshita, which uses this image of water. So, we'll arrange ourselves, make sure we're comfortable, make sure we're sitting relaxed, and yet able to be alert first. And then after just a few moments sitting, I shall read the poem. Hopefully it'll help encourage an appropriate state of mind and heart for doing the Metta Bhavana. We can in this practice bring to mind ourselves, and maybe those or someone close to us, a good friend, who, like most of the world, is, feeling some degrees of discomfort or suffering, or in many cases even worse. And we can trust that the development of metta that we can bring about in the practice is going to help. It's a tool, if you like, it's a resource that will help us to deal with whatever circumstances we're in at present, and by helping us, will help us to help others as well. So we'll just settle into a comfortable, relaxed, but alert position for meditating. And we'll be meditating for about 20 minutes. So just being aware of sitting, just aware of stilling ourselves physically, and just be aware of how we're feeling now, whatever that is. poem by Sangharajita. Invocation. Field freshening rain, white night rain, lingering on in drizzles till the dawn. Pools of bright silver, birthing streams in dry clay riverbeds. Pour down, O rain. All day, all night pour down, O rain, pour down. World welfaring compassion, void-born compassion, diamond hard and petal tender, peace to wild heart waves bringing, birthing love on the low couch of self. Pour down compassion, all day, all night, pour down compassion. Pour down like rain on this compassionless, lost world. Pour down, pour down, pour down. The Metta Bhavana. So in the first stage we just sit with kindness towards how we find ourselves. Just allowing ourselves to experience a connection with warmth, maybe light, maybe energy. Just listen to the signs of life in ourselves, maybe in our bodies, in our minds, or in our hearts. If in the practice we find that our mind wanders off, then just respond with metta, with kindness to that. Just bring the mind back, maybe bring it back to the body and sitting. And then back to a sense of warmth or energy or life. we can allow ourselves to care about ourselves, to wish ourselves well. To wish ourselves to be happy, and to wish ourselves to be free from suffering. Just coming back with kindness to ourselves if our mind wanders off. If it helps, coming back to the sense of sitting, the physical sensations of sitting, sitting still, sitting quietly, listening to ourselves. And then in this second stage, we can bring to mind someone close to us. Maybe someone who is struggling or in some difficulty in the present circumstances. And if we can just hold on to that sense of warmth and care that we contacted in the first stage towards ourselves, just see if we can sit with them in our mind's eye. Can we feel that kindness and well-wishing towards them? Can we sit still with them and their experience without ourselves falling into getting carried away with anxiety or fear. We don't need to do anything. We don't need to find an answer. Just see if we can sit with kindness and with well-wishing and a care for the other. And if our mind wants to escape off to somewhere else, just come back to yourself and sitting. Perhaps the physical sensations of sitting still. If necessary, just be aware of a few breaths. And then come back to the other person. Perhaps we could just imagine holding their hand. And just helping them to be still. Just making that connection. And then in this final stage, we'll just broaden our awareness out so that we can include more and more others. We can allow our metta, our sense of care, kindness and well-wishing to just expand outwards, starting with those close to us, those round about us geographically, neighbours, others in the village or the town. The countryside round about. Just allow our sense of more and more people, more and more lives throughout the county, expanding out to the whole country. Out across the seas to other countries. Across the oceans to other continents. Never before, perhaps, there's so many people throughout the world been experiencing a shared set of conditions. So we can just connect with that shared experience. Everyone wants to be well, wants to be happy, wants to be free from suffering. Across the whole planet. all forms of life. We share that with them. We can care about all forms of life. The life in us can connect with the life in them. And then finally, we can come back to ourselves. Back to a sense of sitting here, in stillness and quiet, listening to the life in us. And then in our own time, just bringing the meditation to a close. So, thank you for your company this week. And in the next week, stay well, stay happy as you can. And we look forward to meeting you in this strange virtual way next week. Bye.